Do you guys do anything weird? Do you have a vice? Have you ever committed a crime? I've covered my strange criminal addiction, which was a very short-lived spin on My Strange Addiction, the much more popular show. But those addictions were all legal. You know, the girl who drinks gasoline, the woman who ate her husband's ashes, all legal somehow. But on this show, these addictions spun out of control into criminal territory. I figured I'd cap off the series, so we got some kleptomaniacs, we got some diaper lovers, we got some people who like feet. That's like the majority of this series. I'll pop my other episodes in a playlist, but just so you know, I think they are all age restricted, which this video, probably the same, which also means, little Jimmy, I'm sorry, this one's not for you. Might I suggest TikToks I watch instead of doing homework? Absolute classic. Also, I don't get paid when a video gets age restricted. So yeah, this video's sponsored, just like every other video anyway, but I feel a little less guilty. Bang! This video is sponsored by COMEDIC. I never make pots of coffee. I'm not drinking all that. If I make instant coffee, there's like a 75% chance that I bomb that ratio and toss it out. Trash. COMEDIC is barista quality coffee that is brewed better through science and flash frozen to lock in flavor and freshness. They partner with the best regional specialty coffee roasters. It's simple. Want hot coffee? Open a frozen capsule, you need a cup, boiled water, stir, that's it. Want iced coffee? Ice, water, you still need the cup, pour the capsule, melted, stir, that's it. Hold on, I'm getting a transmission. Official taste test, baby! Okay, we got the COMEDIC hot coffee here. Let's try it. Just didn't want to burn my tongue. Oh, why can I drink that alone? I shouldn't be able to drink that alone. That's not a thing. This one's definitely the one that had some fruitiness in it. Let's try an iced coffee now. Let's try it iced. I was fully going into this thinking I was going to have to hide my reaction of like, bitter black coffee, please don't do this to me. No, this is pretty good. I would dare say this is smooth, nuanced, and balanced, and delicious. It's just, if I had to say a couple words to describe it. Save money, save time, and for a limited time, COMEDIC has a special offer for you. Get $20 off your first purchase, plus free shipping, when you click my link. That's 10 free cups of coffee and over 30% off. Link in description, and thank you COMEDIC for sponsoring this video. Our next predator is our next...
A predator known as the shoeman lurks in department stores.
Would it be all right if you could try
tricking unsuspecting women?
Shoeman. This guy sucks. Does not fuck. He doesn't see anything wrong with what he says or what he did. He doesn't even ask for a censor. Censor me? Why would I want to censor me? I'm just a guy who likes women's legs. Sue me. Technically sexually assaulted multiple women. I'm sorry, I like calves. Robert White served 2 years in the Navy, and he ended up unemployed in 2007, so he went to Oregon to look for work. He did not find any, so he lived in his car and spent his day in large department stores. And it very much benefited him to come from the military because he already knew his way around a target. Hey, did you serve in the Navy? Well, I used to. So would you say you're a part of the old Navy? Very funny. Get a fucking job. Now you might think, hey, you're being a little harsh. Maybe. Robert patrolled department stores so he could coerce women into trying on shoes for him where he would enjoy that process to the fullest. And the concept of this bum even somehow convincing these women to try on shoes for him is nuts. Apparently he would approach and either say, hey, I want to buy my girlfriend some shoes. Could you model them for me? It still sounds stupid. The guy's in the wrong, 1,000,000%. And I'm fully taking into consideration that some people freeze up when they're asked these awkward questions, or they're just scared because this grody goblin could react terribly if you say no. Putting that aside, this is a bizarre ask. Ladies, thoughts? Have you been asked this before in public? I've asked the opinion of a woman on a potential purchase, but I was never like, I want to see it on you. Now, if he didn't say that, he would instead say, hey, I'm getting shoes for my daughter. You're about the same size. Can you try them on? Still weird. None of these lines should work. There shouldn't be a line where I can coerce a random woman into letting me put a pair of shoes on her. However, if I had to jump in the mind of a dirtbag, my best shot would be, excuse me, hi, this is gonna sound bizarre. My wife has been eyeing down these pumps, I think they're called, but every time I get her a pair, her feet are just demolished within minutes. Maybe you've tried these before and you could just tell me, but if I could find your size, could you please try these on and let me know if they're bearable to walk in? And I feel gross even saying that. That's like 700 IQ. Still dirty. So here's the big scoop. Let's talk about Lisa, one of the victims who tells her story. He approaches Lisa in a store. He is
clean shaven.
He is
dressed appropriately.
But also,
he was dirty. He smelled awful.
He approaches her with that question and she agrees. And she's just gonna put the shoe on herself, but Robert insists that he does it. Gets on his knees and proceeds to slowly put on the shoe, pulling her closer, fiddling with the buckles, placing her foot on his groin. And the poor thing's aware of what's happening, but she's scared. This creep gets so confident that she then feels something wet on her thigh. He starts putting his tongue on her inner thigh. She eventually pulls away, doesn't even grab her shoe, she just leaves. And when this delusional twit talks about it, he talks about it like it was a mutual hookup. And out of nowhere, she wasn't fucking with it. I don't know if he's a liar or just so beyond delusion.
She just all of a sudden turned cold.
Even just the base of being at department stores and asking women to try on shoes when you live in a fucking Hyundai and cannot afford Nordstrom is crazy. He just leaves that part out. He never mentions the logic of it. I'm not hurting anybody. Okay, well, why the fuck are you doing it to begin with? Look at this actual security footage of him in a store. Look at the very decisive movement. Also, what's in that cart? Hope? Here's some interrogation footage as a bonus.
I have no idea why I'm being brought in.
I don't really feel that I really did anything bad. I mean, it might look that way. I was helping her put on some shoes.
He pleads guilty to 2 counts of third-degree sex abuse, and he's sentenced to 6 months in jail. And I think overall, I'm gonna go with delusional, because he's a registered sex offender, but he doesn't like that word. He doesn't believe he's a predator.
I had to register, I don't want to say that word. I don't like that word.
And surprise, surprise, he was caught again and served 2 more years in prison. Ladies, and or men, if someone tries to get you to do this in a public place, punch him in the throat. And then go get Auntie Anne's. You're welcome. Catherine is an anorexic, bulimic kleptomaniac. I know that sounds like the setup for a walks into a bar joke, but that's the title.
Do I think what I do is strange? Yeah.
Do I think what I do is criminal? I would also agree with that sentiment. But is it an addiction? Yeah. So Catherine goes to the grocery store, fills up her cart, goes home and prepares a binge. And she just gets this crazy high. The first couple bites are fire flames, but then she's just not even tasting the food after that. And oddly enough, I was fairly disturbed listening to this, probably because I'm so ignorant to this world. So it was like semi-heavy watching this part. And then I remembered how Investigation Discovery edits their videos.
After that, I'm not even tasting it. I'm in the zone.
Yeah, that took me out of it. And then she eats until she no longer physically can and she feels her food coming back up. Then she purges it all, rinse and repeat. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, you're just describing someone with an eating disorder. Why is this one of the episodes? Why is this in the same show as the guy who beer bonged piss out of urinals?
Their well-being is all transferred over in that fluid.
Well, I forgot to mention, Catherine didn't pay for shit at the grocery store. Thus, the kleptomaniac. And if you're unaware, kleptomania is an impulse control disorder that results in an irresistible urge to steal. And you could make this argument for probably every episode, but this one seems a bit wrong, because her kleptomania isn't this complete separate entity from her eating disorder, making her this wacky character of many traits. You know, like a Raid Shadow Legends Hydra, if you will. Not an ad. Her kleptomania has come to be what it is because of how bad her eating disorder is. At least this is what I'm getting, right? Because when this all started taking place, her cravings would get so high that she would go and eat out of dumpsters to satisfy that urge. Now, does that make her a freegan? That's people who dumpster dive and are pretty much anti-waste. I don't think so. If I'm an alcoholic and I buy booze every single day, and I don't have the funds to do so, and I'm maxing out on my credit cards to keep buying Busch Light, am I a careless spender? Or am I a fucking alcoholic? 2003, after multiple arrests from stealing from grocery stores, she gets sent to jail, which is not what she needs. But prison reform? Pfft. What are we, communists? Does that joke make sense? I just think communist is a funny word. Catherine wastes away to 68 pounds, they release her from jail, and then put her in a hospital. And they just make sure she doesn't die. Which, as a hospital, job well done. But within a week or two, she's right back to her ways. She attempts to get treatment, but never completes it. And now she's banned from nearly every supermarket in central New Hampshire. Which is kind of crazy that you can just go to a Jewel and a 19-year-old in a smock can be like, not today, Jessica. Investigation Discovery and any company that works on these type of shows target troubled people and document them for our viewing pleasure. And pretty much every other strange criminal addiction episode that I've covered has some wacky but fucked up people. The subway assaulter, the guy who sucked toes, but like in the non-consensual way, the lady who tried to kidnap a man, and yeah, Catherine stealing shit, not cool, but the scene this video ends on is just sad.
I mean, I'm a criminal in terms of the word itself and its definition, but as a person, I'm not a criminal. I'm sick.
Those dickheads really left us with that. They got some nerve. They're over here fucking blasting dubstep while she's in mental anguish, but you decide to put a mirror in front of us at the end like, wow, can't believe you judged her. Fuck you. I hope Catherine got the help she needed, and suck one, ID. Hey, I recorded this segment already, and then I saw it was corrupted. It's not using this fucking SD card anymore. There's probably other important things on there. I probably should have done that. It wasn't worth the meme. So, Alex is an adult baby diaper lover, or ABDL for short. I wish I could properly explain this community, but I can't. I'm not even gonna try, because last time I tried explaining the DDLG community, everyone told me I was wrong and fat. They didn't call me fat, but I did butcher it, and I'm just gonna show you what they say on the show.
My fetish is that I get sexually aroused by diapers. I am an ABDL, adult baby diaper lover.
I feel like acronyms do a lot of heavy lifting for not the most fondly viewed communities, because if you order a round at the bar and say, cheers, I'm an adult baby diaper lover. You guys fine with Coors? You're getting detained. But for some reason, if you say, cheers, I'm an ABDL. You guys fine with Coors? Yeah, Coors is fine, right? Yeah, I actually really like Coors. You know, I don't know why, but I support that guy. Alex would go out at night and go through neighborhood's garbage cans looking for dirty diapers. The poor guy had to scavenge like a raccoon. Had he asked me, I would have told him, shit, pull up. That's a diaper joke. You wouldn't get it if you're not a parent. So he finds a dirty diaper. That's step 1. Then he finds a bathroom. That's step 2. Step 3, jury's out. This is what the narrator says.
I want to find a bathroom to be happy with the diaper, to get a sexual rise out of it.
Which they so confidently gloss over? What does that mean? Do you kind of just sit down while holding this hoagie of a huggy, swirl it like a wine glass, and then just polish your poodle? Is it like a Thanos situation where you attain a pissy diaper and then just enter euphoria? Is this a Wilson dynamic? Like your imaginary friend that you feel solace with, but also want to fuck? Do you fuck it? That's my real question. Ew! Why would he do that? I don't know. Maybe because he's trespassing on a scavenger hunt for poopy, pissy diapers? But yeah, I'm the inappropriate one. Disclaimer, before you jump in my comments, although, feel free, algorithm. A lot of the comments on this video are members of the ABDL community and those knowledgeable about it, condemning the shit out of this guy, drawing that very necessary line in the sand. Hey, diapers, yes, you caught us. But all this extra criminal shit, that's just this dingo. A very classic one does not represent the masses. And these segments I cover are not the full episodes on ID as far as I know, but in these shortened versions that are readily available on YouTube, ID never delineates. This is not the first video I've seen where a community that is being brought into this story distances themselves from the people on screen. ID never says anything like, by the way, this person is an outlier in regards to the community that they claim and that we plaster all over the video. This guy drinks urine. A whole community of people do. But even piss drinkers will side-eye you if you run B&Es on a public urinal like this fucking guy. Can't forget the Bev. Never, never.
Never, never, never.
Now, some good news. The human brain is a terrible person. This guy managed to backtrack where he's sure this fetish started, or whatever you want to call this at this point. And it wasn't some traumatic event that flipped his life upside down. He would just play house with some neighbor girl in his younger brother's room, and they would play with the diapers, fresh ones, just stacking them up as the house walls. That's it.
I can tell you for sure that is definitely where it started.
That's all it took. You could take your kid to a Lowe's when they're 5, And now they eat carpet.
That is definitely where it started.
What the fuck am I supposed to do about that? Fucking trash-ass RNG. He eventually discovers adult diapers after finagling his way into ABDL communities online. But he keeps looking for dirty baby diapers. So much so that someone calls the cops on him for going through garbage cans and they bust him. But they let him off with a warning and confiscate what he took. For whatever reason. Man, that's not a cop, that's competition! September 2009, my guy is jonesing for some dirty diapers. So he goes to a spa. And after the receptionist explains the massage he's gonna get, he says, "Bitch, you said I was gonna get pampered." That's a diaper joke. You wouldn't get it if you're not a parent. He really is on the hunt though, and he will not quit until he gets some dirty diapers. He goes on his night watch shift, sees some kids' toys outside a house, assumes they have what he needs, so this nut opens the front door and says, "Finally, the trap house I've been waiting for," or I guess you could say the crap house. Boom, yeah! The owner finds him, doesn't blow his brains out, instead tackles him and holds him till the cops show up. He is charged with burglary, gets probation, and the terms include no diapers. 6 months in, he relapses, and he's arrested again, serves 9 months in jail. I have no more jokes for this segment, so it is over. I am pooped. That's a diaper joke. You wouldn't. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Here is your second reminder to please leave a like. Please subscribe because I have more content coming your way. Shout out to my lovely, lovely patrons for always supporting the boy. Check out Mr. G-Dubs, the second channel. There has been bangers on there. Mr. GG Live will be a thing. Is a thing. Just check out the other channels. Really appreciate it. Get all the content you can. That's what it's all about, right? Quantity over quality. That's what you guys always say. And as always, I am Mr. Gigi, and I am out.